Okay, good morning, everybody. Sorry, I was
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, basically what I'm showing is we discussed about equation of tangent, basically S1 equal to 0. Okay. So if you look at exercise 1C, section 1, first question. Equation of tangent, they gave a circle and they gave a point. Okay. They gave, for example, very first question, P 7 comma minus 5 and S equal to x square plus y square minus 6x plus 4y minus 12. At that point, they want tangent equation. Simply do S1 equal to 0, you'll get the answer. Okay, next look at the second one. Equation of normal. Okay, I told you how to find equation of tangent, but I have not told you how to find equation of normal. Anybody want to give an idea how to find equation of normal to a circle at any point?
Sir, the normal is perpendicular to the tangent, no sir?
Yes.
So we will find the equation of tangent. From there we will find the slope of the tangent. Then we will get the slope of the normal. M1, M2 equal to minus 1.
Okay, that's
We know
good.
the point. We know the point. We know the slope. We can find the equation.
Anything else anybody want to say? In any other curve, it is true that if you want normal, better to find tangent slope and minus 1 by that is normal slope. But in circle, it's the other way. Finding normal is more easier than tangent. We don't need any formulas. Anybody want to tell why it is so?
Normal passes
The
through
normal
the
passes through center of the circle, no, sir.
Yes. Normal passes through the center. In fact, if you remember the derivation of the tangent, first we found slope of the normal, minus 1 by that we found slope of tangent. Okay. So that is the reason I did not give any notes for the normal. Maybe after this I'll give you. Okay. So just find the center of the circle, given point, and find if you know 2 points on a line, you can find the equation of line, the normal. Everybody, please put on your videos, otherwise will be removed from the class. Okay. Anybody, if you look at the section 2, let us say not typed properly, but first question. They gave a circle and they gave a line. They're intersecting at 2 points. And we want to find the length of the chord. Anybody want to give an idea how to do that?
Sir, what's
If they want your length, I'll stop just a minute. All right, I'll ask on the screen. Okay, what is today's date?
11.
Sir.
Sorry, yesterday there was some confusion about IP exercise 1A, first two exercises, should you submit or not? First I told yes and then I told no. It's okay. You can submit today, okay, anytime today, but everybody should submit not the third section I'll ask you later, first two sections, section 1 and section 2 of exercise 1A. Alright. So you removed it, I hope you have the PDFs, you can just forward once again, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, as I said earlier, circles formulas, some of them you have to remember, but many of them are simple common sense, anybody can make out. Okay. Anyway, I forgot to tell about the normal, so let me give formula. Equation of normal. First point, normal at any point on circle passes through center of the circle. Equation of normal at x1 comma y1. Equation of normal at x1 comma y1 to the circle s equal to 0 is y minus y1 equal to y1 plus f by x1 plus g into x minus x1. Now you can draw the figure just to stay in the mind. This is minus g comma minus f. And this is x1 comma y. And that is only normal. You know, 2 points on a line, 2-point formula. Y minus y1 equal to y minus x1 into x minus x1. So basically, don't have to remember any formula. That's the main. So tomorrow afternoon we will have IPA model exam for 1 hour on exercise 1A total. All right, I'm arranging this. Okay, so what I'm asking this earlier, if I give you a circle equation and a line equation and they intersect at 2 points, I want you to find distance between them, the length of the chord. Any idea? I'll give you circle equation, line equation. Yes.
Sir, ma'am, we can with the circle equation we can find the center and the radius, and from center to the midpoint of the chord we can draw a line segment. Then by using Pythagoras theorem we can find half the length of half of the chord. Then we can double it and we'll get the
okay. But how do you find midpoint?
Sir, it will be the length of perpendicular drop from a point to a line. We know the line equation.
It's not necessary to find the midpoint. We are only interested in the distance. You can use this formula. Okay, so you can take the center and join to these two, and to the midpoint. This angle is 90. This is C. This is A. This is M. CM is perpendicular distance from C to the line AB. Alright. So you can put side AB length of chord. Method 1. If a line L equal to 0 intersects circle S equal to 0 at 2 points A and B, length of chord AB is equal to 2 root R square minus D square. That is from the Pythagoras theorem. Because AB is double of AM, I'll tell what is R, what is D also. R equal to radius of circle, D equal to perpendicular distance from center to line. What is the formula for perpendicular distance from point x1 y1 to the line ax plus b1 plus c equal to 0? What is the formula?
ax1 plus by1
Mod
plus
of ax1 plus
by
by1 plus
root
c
under
by
a
root
square
or
plus
a square plus b square.
So we'll be using that formula just like that everywhere because we need to find perpendicular distance from point to line so many times. Okay, these perpendicular from line to line. That's it. So how did we come? If somebody wants explanation, AB is equal to 2 times AM, and that is root over AC square minus CM square. AC is R square and CM we are calling D. Okay, this is good for circle. Let us say it is an ellipse, it is a parabola, some other curve, okay, or it is a pair of straight lines, and one more line is intersecting at 2 points. One more line is intersecting at 2 points. One more line is intersecting at 2 points. How to find this length or this length or this length? We cannot use 2 root r square minus d square there because the center perpendicular and all doesn't work out there. I will not tell any other method for a general second degree curve like parabola or ellipse or hyperbola. How to find this length? Their best thing is just solve the 2 curves. We'll get the 2 points and find distance between them. Okay. Sometimes you don't have to find the points exactly. If you eliminate y, we'll get a quadratic equation in terms of x. So you're not interested in x1 and x2, you're interested only in difference of the roots, right? x1 minus x2 wholes. Okay. And y1 minus y2 you don't have to find separately. If you know x1 minus x2, you'll also know y1 minus y2. I'll tell you how. Okay, method 2. This is for all the curves. Okay. Solve curve and line. And find the points A and B. And then find A. Okay, this is in general. We may not use this method in circle because we have easier formula 2 root r square t square. So that is the reason I'm telling circles is easier than rest of the lesson because everything is from the pure geometry you are able to do this. So solve curve and line and find points A and B and then find A. Method 3. Okay. Let line be y equal to mx plus. Okay. Substituting this in s equal to 0, we get a quadratic equation in x. If we eliminate y, we will get a quadratic equation in terms of y. In terms of x, sorry. Eliminate y. Now you know sometimes roots may be served, so why to find them? You can find difference of the roots of the quadratic equation. Find difference of roots of this quadratic equation. Then what happens to your AB length is square root of x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. This is okay, x1 minus x2 whole square, because you can get difference of the roots. Now you don't have to eliminate x and get a quadratic equation of y and do all that. In the place of y1, you can get mx1 plus c. Here you can get mx2 plus c. C will get cancelled. That will become m square into x1 minus x2 whole square. Now you know already difference of the substituted you will get. So I'm only giving idea. I'm not saying it's a complete formula. Just giving a method. Okay, circles is very easy, but in general, okay, for any other curve you do like this. I can tell all these things orally. I don't have to give notes, but some people forget after some days. So This time I'm not teaching questions much. I'm teaching the derivation formulas and their derivations and they're doing the notes. And questions after you try if you're not able to do it. Okay, those are completed. The next point I want to tell length of the chord is, if you take a general circle, what is the x-intercept? What is the formula? What is the y-intercept? What is the formula? For a circle, intercept is not like for a line intercept. If a circle intersects x-axis at 2 points, what is the distance between them? I want to find that formula.
Sir? Sir,
Yes, please.
in method 3, second
Little
line,
louder. Please speak little
method
louder.
3, second line, what did you write, sir?
This one, method 2.
3, sir. Method 3.
Okay. Quadratic equation x.
Yes, sir.
So within the length of the chord, one subpoint is length of x-intercept. Length of x-intercept of circle S equal to B. 2 root d square minus. And the length of y-intercept of circle S equal to 0 is 2 root f square minus. How to get this? You can use 2 root r square minus d square formula. That is, the circle is there like this. This is minus c comma minus f. Means this height is mod f y coordinate. This is mod g. And radius is there. This is A, this is B, this is M. AB is equal to 2 root r square minus d square. That means 2 root CA square minus CM square. G square plus F square minus C minus G square. When I cancel G square, minus F square, mod F square. When I cancel F square, I'll get formula 2 root G square minus. Okay. So we already discussed how to find length of the chord on any circle. Just find from the center perpendicular to the line and use 2 root r square minus d square. Here d happen to be mod F. This is some P and this is some Q and this is some N. E2 is equal to 2 root r square minus b square, which is ct square minus cn square. This is a radius only. G square plus f square minus 9 mod g square. 2 root f square minus. Method 2, as I said, another method is really find A and B. Okay. So let us take the circle and the line and try to solve it. Okay. The equation of x-axis is y equal to g. The equation of circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to. Just try to solve this. When I put y equal to 0, we will get x square plus 0 plus 2gx plus c equal to 0. This will have two roots. One will be x coordinate of this and one will be x coordinate of this. The difference of the roots I want. So AB is equal to difference of roots of above quadratic equation. Okay, that is square root of let us say let roots be x1 comma x2. That means basically this is x1 comma 0 and this is x2 comma 0. That is mod x1 minus x2, which I can write as square root of x1 plus x2 whole square minus 4x1 x2, which is square root of minus 2g whole square minus 4c. If I take 2 common, 2 root g square minus. So another way is really find, try to solve the circle and the line. You get a quadratic equation of the roots. You don't have to find the roots. Difference of roots is sufficient. When I say understood this? When I say Anjan,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Jnanadeep?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not writing y-intercept, it will be quite similar. So I'm not writing that. Second method for y-intercept. Okay, so total 3 things we learnt till now. If a circle is there, line is there, how to find length of intercept or length of the chord for general. Any circle and any line. Specifically, what is the x-intercept and what is the y-intercept. Okay, I'm erasing this. Okay, this is also very simple. Anybody can answer. If I give a circle and a line, there are three cases. The circle and line can intersect, the circle and line can touch, or the circle and line can be completely separate. So which way it is? Are they touching or intersecting or completely separate? If I give circle equation and line equation, how will you know which one of these three they are? I'll give you equation of circle and line. You have to find out which way they
the
are.
perpendicular distance between them and the radius. We will compare them and
Simply find from center the perpendicular distance to the line. If the distance is more than radius, it is outside the circle. Equal to radius touches the circle. Less than radius intersect the circle. Earlier we have seen position of a point with respect to circle. Whether a point is inside or on or outside, that is easy. S11 greater than 0, less than 0, equal to 0. For a line, we don't have like simple S11. You have to really find perpendicular distance and talk about whether more than radius or less. So position of a line with respect to a circle. Let D be the perpendicular distance from center of circle S equal to 0 to the line L equal to 0. Let R be the radius of such. Method 1. If D is greater than R, line is exterior to the circle. Like this. If D equal to R, line is tangent to the circle. If D is less than R, line intersects the circle at 2 points. Okay, so when especially about tangent, we have to many times they'll ask whether a line is tangent or not. Very simple. From the center, you find perpendicular distance equal to radius, then it is tangent. Only in circle you can do that. Ellipse and hyperbola and all process are complicated a little bit. Circle is very easy. There is a simple common sense formula. From the center, you find perpendicular line. It is equal to radius. It is tangent to the circle. solve curve and line. Second method, solve the line and curve, we'll get a quadratic equation if you eliminate pi and Rx. If roots are equal for the quadratic equation, okay. Then it is touching. If roots are complex, means there is no solution outside. If roots are distinct, then they are intersect. Solve curve and line. Eliminate that is eliminate x or y. We get a quadratic equation. If roots are equal for the quadratic equation, line is tangent to curve. Roots are equal means discriminant against. We get quadratic equation. Let its discriminant be delta. Let its discriminant be delta. If delta equal to 0, line is tangent to curve. Therefore, delta less than 0, line is exterior to the curve. And if delta is greater than 0, that means there are two solutions, there are 2 points of intersection. Line intersects curve. At 2 distinct points. Okay. So for circle, this is more easier, but for any other curve, latron, parabola, and ellipse and hyperbola, we do like this. But to really solve the line and the parabola, hyperbola, and all, based on the quadratic equation, whether roots are equal or distinct or complex, you can conclude which one it is. Roots are equal means touching. No roots means completely separate like this. And if delta greater than 0 means roots are real and distinct. Parashrikar, you are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Varshit? Those who completed this, try to find whether a circle is touching x-axis or intersecting at 2 points or completely outside the x-axis. What are the conditions?
Once tell again, sir.
This is in general for a circle and a line. If that line is x-axis and the circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, what are the conditions for the line to touch or intersect or completely separate?
Sir, if mod f is less than r, then
Even r also substitute and see what happens.
What, sir?
I want to answer in terms of GFC without R.
Sir, if R is greater than root over f square plus g square minus c, then it is
R cannot be greater than
Then it
Z.
is.
Man. R will be always root g square plus f square minus.
Sir,
Yes.
mod f, sir. Mod f
If-
I'm speaking about.
if g square minus c equals to 0, the line is tangent to the curve, and g square minus c less than 0, it is exterior to the circle like that.
Yes. Actually, that x-intercept formula is there, not 2 root g square minus c. That itself tells you everything. If it is 0 means intercept is 0. If it is positive means there is an intercept. If g square minus c is negative, it is not defined. Okay, I want to erase this. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next point. If g square is greater than c, circle S equal to 0 intersects x-axis. If g square equal to c, circle S equal to 0 touches x-axis. And if g square is less than c, circle S equal to 0 is exterior to x-axis. Means neither touches nor intersects. Similarly, you can write for y-axis also. But just little explanation saying here. Method 1, d square minus r square. What is the perpendicular distance from center to x-axis here? Whole square minus the radius whole square. What is that will be distance from center to x-axis mod f whole square. Radius is g square plus f square minus. But why I'm finding r of this? I want to find r square minus this. So okay, this will be f square will cancel minus of g square minus. Okay, d square minus r square greater than 0 implies g square minus less than 0 or vice versa. D square minus c less than 0 implies d square minus r square greater than 0. Because d is more than r, line is exterior to center. Similarly, can write other way rounded. D square minus c equal to 0 implies d square minus r square implies d equal to r. Line touches center. Okay, this down part, anybody any doubt? Everybody copied, right? G square minus C greater than 0 implies D square minus R square less than 0, D less than R. Line intersects circle at two distant points. Okay, method 2. Solving x-axis and circle. We get x square plus 2gx plus c equal to 0. What is discriminant delta here? 2g whole square minus 4 into c. 4 into g square minus c. This tells you everything. I don't have to write further details. When it is greater than 0, roots are distinct, so that's why it intersects. When equal to 0, roots are equal, touches. When it is negative, distinct is negative, complex roots. So that means there is no solution at all. So that is a sufficient case. And already we got this quadratic equation simply by putting y equal to 0 in that thing. For y-axis, we'll just write the formula, but we will not prove it because it's quite similar to this. Okay, everybody done up to here?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, if somebody complete up to here, just write these 3 points without any proof. F and C relation versus y-axis. Anybody completed exercise 1B here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Very easy, right? All are S11 and root S11. That's all, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is there a question where when you're finding length of tangent, if you forget to divide with coefficient of x square, you'll get wrong answer. Any such question is there? No. Everywhere x square, y square coefficient is 1 only. Yeah?
Completed, sir.
Okay. You wrote these 3 points also, Saket?
Writing, sir. Wrote, sir.
Okay. I had told in a succinct way, it's okay. Basically, what we have done, if a circle and line are there, and from here the perpendicular distance is D. D greater than R, it will be like this. D equal to R, it will be touching. D less than R, it will be intersecting. And whenever it is intersecting, the length of the chord formula is 2 root R square minus D square. This comes from very simple Pythagoras theorem. Okay. That is one thing. Next, we have a circle and x-axis. G square greater than C, it will be like this. G square equal to C, it touches x-axis. G square less than C, it will be completely separate. In fact, this length formula is 2 root G square minus C. That it tells us that when it is negative, it is not defined, so it has to be outside. Okay, you can tell by discriminant, but same thing with y-intercept. Okay, that's what we said, nothing more. Let's quickly have a look at exercise 1C questions, and then we'll go to further. Yeah, one more statement I have to write, but it's okay. Let us go backwards. 13th question. They gave a line and they gave a circle, and they're asking us to show that the line and the circle are touching each other. How will you show?
It's a tangent, sir. So R equals to D.
R equal to?
R equals to D. Perpendicular distance.
From the center, you find perpendicular distance to the line. You will get a number. That should be radius of that. Other method will be lengthy. What is that? Really try to solve, eliminate y or eliminate x. You will get a quadratic equation. And that quadratic equation should be perfect square. That is, roots should be equal. Right? Okay. That is difficult. First method is easier. But how to find point of contact? Let us say agree that the circle and line are touching each other. How will you find that point of contact? Anybody?
To solve
line
both
is-
the equations.
Solve both the equations, you get that point. That's good. Anything else?
Foot of the
Perpendicular from.
Yes, excellent. Excellent. You take the center of the circle, just find foot. Whenever a line is there, a point is there, you draw a perpendicular. How will you find that point? We have a formula. H minus x1 by a equal to k minus y1 by b equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. Okay. Simply find foot of the center on that line, will get the point of contact. And that again for circle only. If you have ellipse and I will give you a line which is tangent, if you cross that, there you don't find foot of the center, it will not come. Right? Okay. There the method is try to solve the circle and the curve and the line. You will get a quadratic equation with equal roots. Just find that root. That will give you x coordinate or y coordinate. Put it in the line, you will get the other coordinate. We'll write some notes about it. Anyway. 12th one is a little difficult, but we can do it. 11 also, I'll come back to it. Let us say somebody gives an idea about 8th question on the screen. They gave one line already and that is not tangent. Parallel to that there is a tangent. What is that? They gave a circle and a line. Parallel to that you have to draw one tangent. What is that? If two lines are parallel, what is the relation?
Slopes are equal.
Slopes are equal. Anything else?
Sir, we'll find the foot of perpendicular and we'll know the slopes, point slope formula.
Foot of perpendicular is not useful here because when you find foot of perpendicular, you get a point here.
Sir,
When you want find line, it is
write
easy.
the line as
Sir?
Yes, Mithun, tell.
sir, you will write the line as x plus y plus c and solve it with the equation, circle equation. You will get a quadratic
Okay.
equation in C and find
Okay.
the constant.
All right. Any line parallel to given line, only change will be constant. So remove the constant and write k, you will get a parallel line. How to find k? The two methods. Easy method is from the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius.
Radius.
Okay. If you try to solve the circle and line, circles I don't recommend that. It is unnecessarily lengthy. Solving the curve and line is lengthy. Simply find from the center perpendicular distance, it should be equal to the radius. You will get a k value. Okay. Anybody want to talk about how to do 7th question? Not exactly related to what we discussed today, what we discussed in the previous class. The question is, on the circle there is a point whose abscissa or x coordinate is 1. You have to find equation of tangent at that point. If you know x coordinate, can you find y coordinate? Yes. So what are the points will come? Basically 1, 3 and 1, minus 3 are the 2 points with x coordinate 1. Now how will you find tangents at those points?
S1 is equal to 0.
Simply do S1 equal to 0, right? Okay, girls, anybody? How will you do 4th question?
So just find the perpendicular distance between center and the line. We'll get the radius. We have the center and the radius, so we can find the equation of circle.
Yes, it's very simple. Right on the day 1, I can ask this question. Already center, you know, we don't know radius. Simply from the center to the given line, which is tangent, find perpendicular distance, you'll get the radius. Okay. So now how to find about point of contact. So let us okay. Finding point of contact of tangent. First, find foot of center of circle. Find foot of center of circle on the tangent line. That's all we get the point of contact. Second, solve curve and line. Solve curve and line. We get a quadratic equation with equal roots. That equal root is one of the coordinates. That equal root is one of the coordinates of point of contact. We can find other coordinate by putting in the line equation. Okay, we may not use the second method in circles chapter. We may use in other lessons, parabola and all. But to simplify foot of center on the tangent by the foot formula is easier. Otherwise, all curved line you get a coordinate equal root. That equal root is one of the coordinates of point of contact, maybe x or maybe y. We can find other coordinate by substituting this given whatever we got in the tangent line. If something is not you're not readable, please tell me. All right. Can I erase this whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Condition for line LX plus MY plus N equal to 0 to be tangent to circle x square plus y square equal to r square is m square equal to r square into L square plus m square. And point of contact is minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. Okay. If a line is given, what is the condition for it to be tangent? This one. And what is the point of contact? This. Okay. That one. Perpendicular distance from center 0, 0 to line is equal to radius. This is the condition for tangents. From origin, what is the distance to this? Mod n by root over L square plus m square. Mod c by root a square plus b square is distance from origin to line ax plus by plus equal to 0. This center is 0, 0. This line now, what is the distance is mod of the constant by square root of this coefficient, this coefficient. That should be equal to radius. Just square it. You get m square equal to r square into L square plus m square. So we may not need this formula every time. You can do this from the center perpendicular equal to radius. But we'll have similar formulas later on. So I want to draw similar things. So, let foot of origin, foot of center origin on given line V, h comma k, then h minus 0 by L, k minus 0 by m equal to minus of L into 0 plus m into 0 plus n by L square plus m square, which is the minus m by L square. But in the place of L square plus m square, I can substitute m square by r square. So h by L equal to k by m minus n by L square plus m square equal to minus n by L square plus m square. I can write based on this n square by r square. That will become minus r square by m. Now when you equate these two, h comma k will come minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. Once again, neither we have to remember this formula also for the point of contact, because simply find foot of origin on that line every time. But if you feel this will save time, you can remember. But in other chapters, we'll come across this similar formulas. So this is the standard foot formula. H1 is x1 by a became L. A minus y1 by b became L. And substituting the origin on the line ax1 to b1 plus c by a square plus b square. Okay, can I erase or anybody needs more time? Saket completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want to discuss one more method. Okay, method 2. This method is more useful even in view of rest of the chapters. Let a point of contact be x1 comma y. They asked what is the condition for it to be tangent of tangent and what is the point of contact. I starting with point of contact. If I know point of contact, I can find equation of tangent very easily. S1 equal to 0. So equation of tangent is at x1 y1 is S1 equal to 0. Here it is x1 plus y1 minus r square equal to 0. Compare it with Lx plus my plus n equal to 0. So when I assume that the circle and the line are touching at point x1 y1, then S1 equal to 0 is the tangent, but they gave you this is the tangent, so both should be same, right? Just because they are same lines, I cannot say x1 equal to L, y1 equal to m, n equal to minus r square. They're same lines, now should I say x1 equal to L? Is it correct?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Constant is not same.
No, they're same lines.
Sir, they're proportional, sir. Meaning x1 by L equal to y1 by m equal to minus r square by m.
Yes. Just because they're same lines, I cannot equate it. For example, 3x plus 4y equal to 5, 30x plus 40y equal to 50. Are the same lines or different lines?
Same lines.
Same line.
Get 10 common. Just because they're same, you cannot say 3 equal to 30, 4 equal to 45 equal to 50. Right? But you can say 3 by 30 equal to. Yes, you take any equation, you can multiply with any number, equation doesn't change, but coefficients change. So even though they are same lines, coefficient ratio should be equal. So you will get x1 by L, y1 by m, coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and coefficient of the constant. So from this, you will equate these two, you will straight away will get x1 equal to minus r square L by n, and y1 equal to minus r square n. So whenever you want to find point of contact, either you remember this formula or remember this method. What is this? Remember the method? S2 point of contact is x1, y1. Find S1 equal to 0. You can compare with the given point. Okay. But this method may not be so useful in circle, but you can use in parabola, ellipse, hyperbola is more useful because the other methods are complicated. But we have not yet got the condition. Now, if the really tangent, this point should satisfy circle equation, and this point should satisfy line equation. Put this in the circle or line, anything is okay. Minus r square L by n minus r square m by n. When you put it in the line, you'll get L into minus r square L by n, m into minus r square m by n plus 1 into 2. Now this n you can send that side, minus r square L square minus r square m square plus n square equal to 0. You get n square equal to r square into l square plus 2. You put it in the circle also same thing will come. You put it in x square plus y square r square minus r square L by n whole square minus r square m by n whole square equal to r square. We will get r power 4 common by n square common. You will get n square plus n square equal to r square. One r square you can cancel, then you will get r square into l square plus n square equal to n. So either way, after getting the point of contact, you put it in the line or put it in the circle, you'll get the same condition. You can do like this also, which is more useful in the other parabola, ellipse and all. One more third method I am not writing. To solve these two, you get a quadratic equation. Try to find discriminant for that b square equal to 4ac because roots should be equal. Again, you get the same condition. But in circles, after it may not be so much necessary, so I'm not doing it. The point of contact will find and write it. Okay. So Lx plus my plus n equal to 0. I am taking condition for line y equal to mx plus c to be tangent to circle x square plus y square to r square. The condition is c square equal to r square and 1 plus n square, and point of contact also. Okay, I have to fill in this writing solution. Okay. I'm going to do only method 1, but perpendicular distance from center origin is equal to radius. So the distance from center to this line, mod c constant by root over x coefficient is m square and y coefficient is 1 or minus 1 also. If you bring everything also, like mx minus y plus c. That should be radius. So directly got c square equal to r square into 1. Or you can say c equal to plus or minus r root 1. We'll be dealing with this kind of line many times. That is the reason we are taking instead of Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 this. And how do you find point of contact? Foot of origin. Let foot of origin, foot of center origin on line y equal to mx plus c a h comma. This y equal to mx plus c I can write mx minus y plus c. H minus 0 by m, k minus 0 by minus 1 equal to minus of when you put origin 0 minus 0 plus c by m square plus 1. H minus x1 by a, k minus y1 by b equal to minus of a h1 plus b by 1 plus c by s square plus b square, and that h1 by 1 is origin. This is h by m, this is k by minus 1, this is minus c by m square plus. If you want to change the denominator, you can change it as c square by r square. Minus c by c square by r square. That is minus r square by c. You will get h comma k is equal to minus mr square by c and r square by c. Okay, this point of contact we cannot use it so much, but this everybody has to remember. We'll use this all the time. Okay, please write this, everybody. Can everybody complete first 30 questions in mains by tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you already completed, it's okay. If not, by tomorrow I want everybody to complete first 30 for sure. Tomorrow I am not going to teach any theory or IP exercise. 31 onwards, all the questions in order we'll do in the class. So if you already complete up to 30, you don't have to leave any gaps and all that for the questions. Is it okay? Done? Saket, completed?
Last line, sir.
Okay.
Completed, sir.
Yes, Saket.
I completed, sir.
Completed. Okay. Just now we got the condition for a line to be tangent is c square equal to r square into 1 plus m square. That is c equal to plus or minus r root 1 plus m square. So general equation of any tangent of this circle will be in the form of y equal to mx plus c, but I remove that c and substitute this condition. So that means this is, you take m equal to 5 or 7 or 100 or 2 by 3 or 1 by 9, any real number you take, this is always tangent to the circle. Okay? You can say m belongs to r if you want. Whatever m you take, this is always tangent to this. What if center is not origin? X minus h whole square and y minus k whole square. Translation of axis. In the place of x, write x minus h. In the place of y, write y minus k. General equation of tangent to circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to this is y plus g, y plus f square equal to m into x plus g plus or minus r root 1. Okay, now very clear how we wrote this condition based on that c square equal to r square into 1 plus m square. Okay. First of all, why plus or minus? Why there are two things. Let us say there is a circle. There is a tangent with slope 3. Will there be any other tangent to circle with slope 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes, parallel to that, there will be one more tangent. Okay. So whenever you tell the slope of the tangent, there will not be unique tangent, there will be two. Plus will give you one answer, minus will give another answer. Okay, let us say I have a circle x square plus y square equal to 25, and a tangent to the circle with x axis makes 60 degrees. How can I find this tangent equation? I gave the circle and there is a tangent whose inclination is 60. How to find the tangent equation?
Sir, slope is root 3, so
Yeah. If inclination is 60, slope is tan 60 root 3. Simply substitute m equal to root 3 in this. Okay. So this is a very useful formula. If you know slope of tangent, simply put m value here, radius of the circle, you will get the tangent. Only important point is center should be origin. If center is not origin, in the place of x you will write exponential, in the place of y you will write y minus k. Let us say I have a circle x square plus y square equal to 7. There is a tangent 5x minus 7y plus 2 equal to 0. Arashnikar, parallel to this, the circle has one tangent. How to find that? Circle equation is given. One line is given 5x minus 7y plus 2 is not tangent, but parallel to that there is a line which is tangent to the circle. How will you find that? Are you there, Harashvikar? Okay, Jnanadeep, you want to tell?
Sir, inclination unequal parallel no, both lines are parallel.
Yes.
Angle between those lines is 0 degrees.
Okay. What is the slope of this line? Five x minus 7y plus 2 equal to 0. What is the slope of that line? For ax plus by plus c equal to 0, what is the slope? Minus a by b, right? Jnanadeep? Jnanadeep? Jnanadeep, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For ax plus by plus c equal to 0 line, slope is minus a by b. This coefficient by this coefficient with opposite sign. Like that, what is the slope of this line?
5 by 7.
This line slope is 5 by 7. Means that parallel line also slope will be
5 by 7.
Yeah. Now we can put m as 5 by 7, r as 3, directly will get answer. That is one method. Obviously, you get two answers because one here, one here. And next, another method to do this is anything parallel to this line will be in the form of 5x minus 7y plus k equal to 0. Right? How to find that k? From the center, you find perpendicular distance equal to the radius, you get k value. Put that k back, you will get it. So, any one of these methods, you can find the two tangents. Let us say, anybody can tell this. I want a line perpendicular to this line, but tangent to the circle. How should I do that?
sir, slope is minus 7 by 5 and then
Yes, correct. This line slope is 5 by 7. So perpendicular slope is minus 7 by 5. And put minus 7 by 5 in this formula, you'll get it. Or anything perpendicular to 5x minus 7y plus 2 equal to 0 will be in the form of
7x plus 5y plus c.
7x plus 5y plus k equal to 0. Am I right? You have to interchange these two and change the sign of one of the quantities. Okay. Then how will you find k? From the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. You will get the k value. So this formula is quite useful. Will this formula covers all tangents of the circle, or it will not be able to cover any of the tangents? As you change m, you will get different tangents. Will it cover all the tangents, or are we missing anything in the list here?
Sir, vertical tangent cannot be covered.
Vertical tangent doesn't have slope. In fact, they are directly x equal to r and x equal to minus r are the two vertical tangents. because this is r comma 0, this is minus r comma 0. They are not covered in this, except the vertical tangents will cover everything else. Okay, let us see if somebody can answer this question to me. There is a circle x square plus y square equal to 25. Let's say there is a point 7 comma 2. I have drawn two tangents from that. How will you find slopes of these two lines? The two tangents. I'm only interested in slopes. How will you find slope of this and slope of this?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, we'll draw from center. We'll draw a perpendicular distance to the tangent, both the tangents. Then we'll get the perpendicular distance radius. Then we equate the length of the tangents are equal.
What do you mean by length of the tangents are equal? Length of the tangents are equal anyway. You will get root s1 equal to root s1. You will get this length. Okay, I agree that this is 5. This will be whatever root some number, root 28, root 28. After that, what?
So after that, we'll use distance formula. Then we'll get the coordinate of that point of content of the tangent.
Do you think just by distance formula you can find this point?
This are also.
Basically, you want to use circle equation, take this x comma y, find distance to this and use s1. Oh, you'll get two equations, but both equations will have x square term, y square term, x term, y term, constant term. So all we will get the 2 points, and then you can find slopes. Okay, agreed. All right. You can assume this point is x comma y. That's a circle equation, and apply the proper distance formula, you get another equation. Solve them, you will get it. Yes, points will come. That is anything else? Anybody want to say? I'm interested in the slopes of the tangents drawn from external point.
Sir, we can find the slope of the line passing through the center and that point now.
You can find slope of this, okay?
And then we can find those.
You can find?
We can find those angles now, sir.
Yes, we can find angles. We have a formula actually, tan theta by 2 equal to r by root s11. Otherwise, you know all the lengths, you can find it. Yes, correct.
We got the slope, sir.
We got the slope of this line, we got this angle.
Sir, then we can get the slopes of those two lines also, no, sir.
How?
And we can get the equation.
Based on?
Sir, tan theta equals 1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2.
Yes. You can assume this slope is m and use tan theta by 2 equal to mod m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. You know tan theta by 2, you know this slope, you don't know this slope, you can find it. Very good. We'll get slopes of these two lines. That's nice. We got two methods now. Any other method anybody want to see? Okay. I'll assume this tangent slope is m. And this is the equation of tangent. Directly I have a formula. Y equal to mx plus r plus r. Now, what this tangent should do? Should pass to 7 comma 2. Substitute 7 here, 2 here. Get 2 equal to m into 7 plus r minus r root 1 plus m. R is 5. Bring this one this side, square it, will get a quadratic equation. 2 minus 7m whole square equal to 5 into root 1 plus m. Expand this, you'll get a quadratic equation in terms of m. We'll get two slopes for m. One is for this, one is for this. Is that okay? Take the general tangent, substitute x comma y as 7 comma 2, square it and expand it, you'll get a quadratic equation, get two slopes, two m values. One for this, one for this. Is it all right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Almost same. Forget about, let's say somebody doesn't even know this formula. Okay. They should know, but let us don't worry. You know slope m and you know this point. So what is the equation of the tangent? Y minus 2 equal to m into x minus 7. That is mx minus y minus 7m plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, I assume let the slope be m. I found the line. But what this line should be tangent? For a line to be tangent from the center, perpendicular distance equal to radius. So mod 2 minus 7m by root over m plus n. Mod c by root a square plus b square equal to radius 5. Square it, expand it, get a quadratic equation, you get the two roots. Right? So by any one of these methods, you can try to find the slopes of the tangents from an external point. So when point is on the circle, finding tangents is very easy. You do S1 equal to 0. But when the point is outside the circle, there are two tangents and finding them. I just told the process. Maybe we'll do some questions. Okay.
Sir?
Yes, please.
Sir, if we take one of the point of contact is x1 comma y1 and use product of the slopes is -1, what we get one equation, sir. What
You get
is
one
that?
equation and circle you'll get one equation. Solve them, you'll get it.
Okay, sir.
This is somewhat similar to what Namrata told in the beginning with a slight change. She told use distance formula from these two, so that you are telling take this slope into this slope equal to -1. That itself will give you one equation. What is that and what are you doing? I'll explain. But that is one equation. Circle one equation. Solve them. We'll get 2 points. One for this, one for this. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
That is also good. Okay. For listen few things. First thing, I want everybody to submit exercise 1A, section 1 and 2. Okay. Homework anytime from now by evening. Okay. Everybody has to submit. Third section is you have to complete it, but I am not asking you to submit because you have to scan so many pages. I'll ask another day. All right. Okay. That's the first thing. Second thing is tomorrow afternoon you have IP model exam based on exercise 1A, including section 3. And section 3 is very, very important. Very regularly in IP exam, 7 marks question will come from this. And there's a standard procedure that you should know for that section 3 questions. All right. If anybody any doubts in exercise 1A, I'm ready to discuss tomorrow morning class. Third, in mains 1 to 30 objectives, everybody has to complete by tomorrow. If doubts are there, I will discuss tomorrow in the class. So tomorrow, in the beginning half an hour, I will discuss some theory, not theory, but whatever theory we discussed today, some few problems I have to discuss. After that, I will discuss doubts in this. Then I will not discuss any more theory. 31 onwards, we will just continue. Okay. And that's it. That's what I want to tell. Those who have time, you can do past year mains questions. Yesterday, I kept some messages that I sent the PDFs. If you are in at your home, you have a computer, or your father's office, there is a computer. You want to use government property or private property, you can use it. Get those books printed. Or I sent one Xerox shop number. You can contact him if you are near to the town main area. You can go and collect. He's also ready to come and go give to your house. He may charge a little bit. I don't know. You can talk to him. All right. Is it okay, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Today I'm stopping 10 minutes before I have a little work. Okay. The market is outside. If I have some work now, before 12 o'clock, I have to do something. Okay. So I have another class again. Yes.
Sir, in that Roman 3 equations are given, then we are asked to find the equation of the circle, no, sir. So that we have two methods we can use. Sir, one is L1, L2 plus lambda, L2, L3 plus. Is that easy, or SA equals to SB equals to SC? That method is easy, sir. That 5.51. Find the point.
No, you are saying 3 sides of the triangle are given.
3 sides.
So we solve 2 lines and find vertices.
That is easy, no, sir. By finding L1, L2
No,
plus
which is
lambda.
easy, you have to tell. You do one question this way, one question that way, then you realize which is
I
easy.
wasted 4 pages, sir, for that only. For one question, I
See,
wasted.
these things are best you realize hard way. You do yourself and decide which is best. Okay. So you do any mistakes also, no problem. All right. They teach us something, right?
Yes, sir.
Failures are stepping stones for success.